Haka, I'm Connie. Here's your Hawk News for May 23rd, 2025. Our reporter Kate has been on the road this week. Here she is with the report.
Haka Barona Charter School. I'm Kate Headley reporting to you via satellite from Nashville, Tennessee.
This has been a fun and educational visit. Everywhere I go, I hear country music. People are walking around in cowboy boots, denim, and hats, and I even got to see a show at the Grand Ole Opry. One of the highlights of my trip has been the Johnny Cash Museum. I've always liked his music, but I didn't realize how much he cared about Native people. He wrote a powerful song about Ira Hayes, a Native American soldier and hero from World War II. When radio stations refused to play it, Johnny Cash stood up and told them they needed to share the truth. That really stuck with me. I've also been thinking about the original people who lived here, so I visited the Tennessee State Museum to learn more. I found out the first people hunted mastodons, used grinding stones, made baskets and boats. Their story reminds me a lot of the Kumeyaay. They were pushed off their land, and many promises were broken. But today, tribes like the Shawnee, Cherokee, and Chickasaw are still here. They're working hard to keep their language and culture alive. I even found a book that shows animal names in their language, kind of like what we're doing in culture class. It's been really eye-opening. I'm glad I came, but it also makes me extra proud that Barona has its own museum to tell our story, our way. This is Kate Headley. I'm signing off from Nashville, Tennessee.
Thanks, Kate. Hauka, I'm Sadie, and I'm here with your community report. Our 3 Barona Charter School 8th graders showed their art at the Museum of Contemporary Art, San Diego on Thursday. Caitlin, Jasmine, and Melanie worked on their art all year, and were proud to share it at the museum. The museum has a strong friendship with Barona Charter School that has been giving students some great opportunities. At the event, students got to talk about their art and what it means to them. It was a big moment. Their work was in a real museum, with family, teachers, and museum staff there to support them. It's an event they'll never forget. Welcome to the Barona Cultural Center Museum. Good morning, Tilia. What's happening here?
Well, this is the ceremony for the opening of our pollinator garden.
What's a pollinator garden?
So it's a garden where we pick certain plants based on who pollinates them, like moths, butterflies, bees, bats.
Why do you think this is important to protect our native plants?
Well, all of the native plants support all of our native wildlife. So without plants, we don't have any birds, which my organization is really jazzed about, but we also don't have any lizards. We don't have any mammals like coyotes and mountain lions. All of the kinds of animals that we have on our earth and in our communities need native plants.
Why is it important to protect all of this?
For us and our people, the plants hold a special place for us. Most of them we used. Medicines, clothing, the boats. I know you guys got to make the boat, all of which helped us survive and thrive in this area. And so if we're constantly bringing in these new and invasive species from far and away, it eliminates all of those. They start to get choked out because these other plants are very aggressive. And so us as Native peoples, when we look around and we can't see what got us to where we are now, not only does that weaken us and our cultural identity, but it weakens this place and its identity. So for us, bringing back and planting and encouraging and educating, it helps further that mission beyond today. So we're not just forgetting about it and those plants that are here.
I'm Sadie with Hawk News. Thanks for being here with the special report.
Howka, I'm Ozzy. Intertravel Sports held another cross-country meet and soccer games at Barona last weekend. The weather was much cooler than last meet on May 10th, which made it nicer for the runners and fans. We don't have the times or scores yet, but you can check with Intertravel Sports to see the results and find out how everyone did. Here's your weather report. This weekend's looking nice and mild. On Saturday, expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 77 and a cool low of 53. Sunday will stay partly cloudy, warming up a bit with a high of 80 and a low of 56. The Monday skies remain partly cloudy with a high of 83 and a low of 58. And don't forget, there's no school on Monday.
This week's Student Spotlight shines on Kalani Cabrera. Kalani is thoughtful, kind, and always ready to help. She makes sure everyone feels included and is a great helper when classmates need support. She's responsible, trustworthy, and has grown a lot this year, especially in math. Her classmates love her and so does her teacher. Great job, Kalani.
Howka, I'm Adrian. And I'm Nova, and this is your joke of the week. Why did the Oreo go to the dentist? Because it lost its filling.
This Monday is Memorial Day. It's a day to stop and remember the people who died while serving in the military. Many of them were Native Americans. Native Americans have always been strong and brave. They have served in the military at higher rates than any other group. They were serving even before they were allowed to be a U.S. citizen. They fought in every war, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, and even Afghanistan. Some were code talkers. They used their native languages to send the secret messages that helped win battles. Many Native Americans were treated unfairly, but they still chose to serve. They did it to honor their families, they did it to protect their people, and they did it because they loved this land. Memorial Day is for those who never made it home. We say their names, we tell their stories, and we say thank you. Their spirit lives on in the flag, in the silence, and in our hearts. We will not forget them.